heart's running away with your head. Come on. I've thought it all out. It just wouldn't work.
Okay, I get your point. Please, okay, listen. Shut up!
That's the start of your video. I'm excited to listen.
Thank you. Now, I've already gone over why PC is better than console. Now let's go over why console is better than PC.
Oh good, another one of these.
On January 12th, I uploaded a video called 10 Reasons Why PC is Better Than Console. Recently, it's blown up.
It also has 334 likes to 33 dislikes. Go ahead and compare that to this video with 30... Wow. This is almost a complete 180 from the last video. What a twist.
8,000 some views. Yeah, that's blown up for me. That's my channel. Now, let me just say, I'm not a console basher. I love console. And if I had to pick a console, by the way, it would be PlayStation 4.
For me, it'd be the GameCube. But I don't really think that's a viable option anymore.
Let's go over 10 reasons why console is better than PC. Number 1, exclusive titles.
Oh boy.
Something console has over PC would definitely be exclusive titles. Games like The Last of Us, Uncharted, Halo. These are examples that are just not on PC that are on consoles.
To be fair to this young man, this video that he made was in July of 2017, so Halo was not on PC yet, but the others were. So, I guess I don't really care. The PC has more exclusives. It always has, and it always will. And we have the exclusives of the old consoles as well, thanks to emulators and ports, and you don't want to get into this argument. And the way that you prefaced the video and then immediately jumped into something that was just blatantly wrong, it's too early for this. Hang on, I need some, Alright. Let's keep going.
I feel like consoles have more players than PC.
No. Steam has 90 million users. Only Steam. Steam alone has 90 million active users. And that by itself is almost as many sales as the PS4 has in its lifetime. And it's more than double what the Xbox One has sold in its lifetime. And it's almost triple what the Nintendo Switch has sold in its lifetime. And this is just Steam, by the way. This is not counting Origin, not counting GOG, not counting the Epic launcher, not counting Battle.net. This is just Steam. 90 million active users.
Calm down. All right. There are so many people that have consoles more than PC.
No, there's just blatantly not. That's just... I mean, we have numbers. You know how numbers work, right? Like, the bigger number is going to be bigger than a smaller number. I understand this is a little complicated for you. I'll try to explain a little bit. The PC has more users worldwide than the console by a lot. It may feel like the consoles have more users, but that's because A, the consoles have less games, so the users that it does have are going to be kind of congregated into the same games. Whereas the PC has many more games, many more genres, many more services to play your games on. And then the other main reason is that there's really not as much AAA hype culture in PC. Console gaming is kind of all about AAA hype. You know, everyone's waiting for the next big game. Sony and Nintendo specifically are really big culprits of encouraging this culture. But on the PC, you don't really see that. There's new games coming out every week, really. The PC has more users. This is just obvious facts. One Google search would have taken this out of your video, but I understand you needed to hit that 10 in the title.
I go to a friend's house. Is he like, hey, get on my gaming computer. Let's go play CSGO. No, most of the time he's got a crappy laptop that was given to him by his mother.
This kind of sounds like a personal thing.
Probably something like, what, a Dell Inspiron? Or some crappy HP.
Are you really a PC gamer? Like, Like, really? Are you a PC gamer? We're only a minute and 10 seconds into your video, and I'm already doubting.
Now, my favorite game of all time is The Last of Us,
Oh, there's a shocker.
and that was on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4.
And now it's on PC.
You know how badly I wanted to get that for PC? Oh, it would be awesome, but guess what? Nope, can't get it for PC.
Except you can. You just don't know that somehow.
Gotta have it for console. Downside of owning a PC. Number 2, and I know this isn't going to be a big one, compatibility. Now, this one might be a hard one to grasp if you've never been a PC user.
Kind of a hard one for me to grasp, and I am a PC user. I'm not really sure why you brought it up.
PC users, we have all kind of different components. We have a graphics card, a CPU, RAM, motherboards, all kind of different things.
Yeah, tons of customizability for you to better tailor the build to your budget, to your wants, to your needs, to how much money you're willing to spend, to how much you like the hobby, how much you want your, like, how good you want your games to look, or how much you're willing to sacrifice looks for the game and for higher frame rate. Yeah, this is a positive, actually. And it's much, much better than having one console with locked hardware that's going to run the games however it wants, and you just have to deal with it. Let's see you try and twist this into a negative.
Now, when they make a game for PC, they have to take an account of all these different components.
Not really, because you know what DirectX is? Probably not.
And how they're going to affect the gameplay. Now, when they make a game for PlayStation or Xbox, they are going to have all the components listed, and it's going to be so much easier and so much better for the developers to make a smooth, easy gameplay.
Xbox One smooth gameplay.
Instead of on PC, when there is problems.
Yeah, because there's no crashes on console. It's always smooth gameplay. Smooth gameplay. You want smooth gameplay, you go to an Xbox One or a P.
Sometimes. Batman Arkham Knight.
Obligatory Arkham Knight bashing by a console fanboy. It's always required. I feel like I said that in like my first response video ever. And it's still true. In every single video by a console player bashing the PC, they will bring up Arkham Knight. 100% of the time, a console player bashing the PC will bring up Arkham Knight. And they won't actually look into the fact that the game has been patched now, and if you go to buy it on Steam, it has a 78% approval rating overall and an 83% recent review approval rating. Because it's been patched.
Number 3, cheaper.
I mean, not really.
Now, this is going to start a debate in the comments, and I know it. A computer can go very cheap, and I know that. You can make a good gaming computer for cheap, and I don't blame you. But when you can buy a PlayStation 4 for $230 on eBay, compared to my rig, which is $3,000. All right, hold the video. He's boasting about his computer. Everybody back up. He's got a big computer because he's a YouTuber.
Okay, the amount of yelling you do in your video, I feel like you think it's funny or you think it's clever, but I mean, your like to dislike ratio says otherwise.
No, it can get expensive. Nuh-uh, you're boasting! No, I need these components to live stream and stuff. Just calm down. You calm down! Not everybody's got the money!
A PC can cost as little as a console if you're on a budget. And a PC can cost, thousands of dollars if you're an enthusiast. It's a serious problem that there's a huge misconception about how you need thousands of dollars to be able to enter the hobby. It's just blatantly wrong, and I think I and many other PC gamers would appreciate it if you stopped spreading this misconception around. Thanks. You can absolutely make a gaming PC for less than $500. You can get an Xbox One X between $400 and $500. And that's supposed to be like the big #1 most powerful console ever. The first graphics card I ever had was a GTX 1050, which you can currently get on Amazon for $160. This graphics card does not require any additional power. You just plug it right into the motherboard and it just works off of that. As long as you have a somewhat decent CPU, which, Intel processors are getting more and more common today, really all you need is a graphics card, and the 1050 will do you fine. That was the first graphics card I ever had. It was a great graphics card. I still have it in one of my computers. It's a good card. And it's only going to cost you $160, which means if you're trying to build a PC with a console budget of, $400 to $500, even less than that, I would even say like $300 to $400. The 1050 is a good starting point. Pretty much everyone has a computer in their house somewhere, so you're not gonna need a motherboard or a additional RAM or anything. Really, you're just looking for a better graphics card, and there you go, $160. Slap that in the computer that you already have, and there you go. It's a gaming PC.
Now, I love consoles because they're cheaper. That's one of the biggest reasons I love consoles.
Generally speaking, yeah, consoles will be cheaper on the surface, and PC gaming will look more expensive on the surface. Not only can you get a PC for cheaper than a console, but the reason why people believe PC gaming is so expensive is because people keep pushing around this misconception that it is crazy expensive when it is getting more affordable by the year. Please stop spreading this around. It's really not helpful to anyone.
Not everybody has $900 to spend on a nice computer. One of the best graphics cards out right now is the GTX 1080, and that's what I have in my build. When it first came out, it was about $900. You could buy 3 or 4 PlayStations with that.
Yeah, and now you can get it for $500. Kind of like how when the PlayStation came out, it was, what, $500? $400 or $500 when the PS4 came out? And now it's cheaper? Would you look at that? It's almost like new technology is always more expensive than it ends up being.
Now, I'm just using PlayStation as a reference, but yeah, Xbox is also a thing. And Nintendo Switch. And Wii. Who the f*** plays Wii anymore?
Unpopular opinion, the Wii was actually a fucking great console because it had plenty of games of its own. It had multi-plats, it had controller support, it was fully backwards compatible with the GameCube, and it had a massive digital marketplace of retro games. Just a little side note, I fucking love the Wii. Are you kidding me? It was a great system.
Reason number 4. Games can be switched off between friends. Now, I know the PlayStation has a couple restrictions with this, but in the main part with consoles...
Okay, little side note, why are you showing PC gameplay in your video about the console being better? It just doesn't really help your point when you're talking about how much better a console is than a PC, but you're showing gameplay that literally is not even possible on a console. Just a thought.
If you bought a game from GameStop and you're tired of playing it, or you just want to sell it, you get the game, you can sell it online, or you can just give it to a friend to play and enjoy. PC, if you bought the game on Steam and it's on your account, guess what, buddy? It's yours.
Yeah, and if you buy a digital game on the PS4 or the Xbox, guess what? That's yours too. It's a stupid point to bring up. It applies to everything you buy digitally. Arguably, even less so on the PC because we have things like shared libraries. But given how little you know about the PC, I don't even think I should get into that because you might just start crying
forever. Unless you do a family sharing thing, but then you're kind of giving a lot of trust away.
So you take this thing, you present it as a problem, and then you present a solution to the problem, but then you say, "Oh no, that's giving trust away. We can't do that."
Number 5, mobility. Now, I know this might be a weird one.
All of these points are weird ones.
But for computers, it's set where you put it.
It's not glued to the floor. Literally 2 days ago, I moved my office into a different part of my apartment, and at no point did my PCs become concretely attached to the floor. Unless I broke something. I don't think I did. Last time I checked, my PCs weren't locked into the earth.
You hate moving your computer.
It's an inconvenience. I wouldn't go so far as to say I hate it.
Now, I know we've all been through the computer moving process, but...
Wait. The computer moving process, you just said it's set where it is. Did you contradict yourself in a matter of 8 seconds?
When you take all the things out for the back of your motherboard, all the USB ports, all the power cables, it's just a lot.
Okay, I think you're under the impression for some reason that whenever you move your computer, you have to take it apart, which is dumb.
Console, you have a power cable, an HDMI cable, and a console.
Yeah, and your PC, you have a power cable, an optical cable, maybe a second optical cable if you got monitors, and then the PC. And then, no, shit, I'm sorry, you have the keyboard and mouse, shit, you're right, fuck, it's too hard, man.
You can move a console from your living room to your bedroom to the kitchen.
Why would you put a console in the kitchen?
Wherever you want to go in a matter of probably 2 minutes.
If you're slow. It's gonna take you 2 minutes to move from a room to a different room in your house? How big is your house, dude? Can I come over?
Computer would probably take about an hour.
How heavy is your computer? Are you like renting a van? An hour to move your computer from a room to a different room? Do you need a crane?
So there you go, console users. I'm giving you that one. Number 6, reliability. What? What? Now, okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, don't yell at me.
PCs are not reliable.
Stop, everybody. God, every time I want to record a video, it's always you guys. Now I know this is going to be one of the comments as well. That's it. No, I'm moving on to the next one. I'm just going to skip it.
Remember when Leafy used to do this? I mean, I up until watching this video, I kind of blocked that whole part of my memory out of my brain. But yeah, remember when Leafy used to do this and it was fucking dumb? Well, now Dead Pixel's doing it and it's still fucking dumb. Don't do this. It's dumb.
I'm moving on to the next one. I'm just going to skip it.
Yeah, it's probably good that you skipped it. Because you don't want to get into the fact that the consoles are insanely unreliable. This is another misconception that's actually really harmful to PC gaming, and I wish people would stop saying it. It's like the price thing. The only people who think PC gaming is insanely expensive to get into are the people who don't actually play on the PC and who just go with what they hear. And the reliability thing is the same. PC gaming is not full of crashes. It's not full of bugs. And I don't know how this misconception is still going around. Can you stop saying it, please? Because the only technical issues that ever come up from PC games are either developer side, which is no different than the consoles. Consoles have plenty of developer side game issues. Or there are, little hardware hiccups. The only like computer issues I ever have are fixed with a Google search or a restart. People who don't actually play on PC blow this way out of proportion. But you know what the funny thing is about everything I just said? Is that if you have any of those problems on a console, you just have to deal with it. Because it's a console. It's a locked piece of hardware in a closed market. PC is customizable hardware in an open market. You're welcome.
Number 6, controllers. Controllers are way more comfortable than keyboards.
Then put a controller into your PC.
Personally, I think that way. I know other people, it's gonna be 110 times more complicated for them. Oh, I'm a PC user. Oh, I like to type. This is so much better than any gaming controller ever. Like, dude, no one cares.
I mean, obviously you care because you're mocking people for playing on keyboard. Wait a minute. So you have PC gameplay of Destiny 2 going on in the background, but you also say you hate keyboards, which means are you playing with a controller, which makes your entire point here moot? Or are you playing with the keyboard and you're just lying about not liking keyboards? Or do you know what is this video anymore?
But I feel like consoles have a better controller than PC does.
You can use console controllers on PC.
Honestly, I use an Xbox controller on PC.
But then why'd you put why? This video is so stupid. This video is so dumb. Why would you say controllers are an advantage for the console if you're literally using a controller on your PC? How is this a point?
And I know it's kind of crazy to think that way because you're a gaming computer, not a console. But honestly, consoles, I grew up on console. I didn't grow up on PC.
Yeah, so did I. And then I grew up and I made my own opinions because I found out things and I started liking other things and now I'm here.
So controllers, I just find them better.
And you use one and you just gotta brush right over it. Just brush right over it. On the PC, you can use controllers. You literally admitted to using a controller. And now you're saying, oh, no, consoles are better. Oh my god. The mental gymnastics that you have to jump through to see the way that you do.
Number 7, we're almost done. When you want to play a game, you get the disc and you put it in and then you click play.
No, you don't. You literally don't do that anymore. You put the disc in, and then it downloads for like 9 hours. Because the consoles will bottleneck your internet. The PC does not bottleneck your internet, and while there still are downloads on PC, they are significantly faster. And it's a stupid point to say that you just put a disc in and you start playing on the consoles nowadays. Literally everyone knows this isn't true anymore.
That's all you gotta do on a console. Let's say you wanna play a game on PC. Alright, let's go ahead and click the game. Oh, I gotta download CSS. Oh, I've gotta download C++. Oh, I've gotta download Microsoft Pack number 3. I've gotta download this. I gotta download that.
Because there are no downloads or updates or patches on the console. They don't exist. It's all a lie. Every download, every update, every patch that you've ever tried to download on a console, that was just you. It was in your mind. There are no downloads on console. Wake up. Come into the real world. PCs are the only things that download anything nowadays. If you think consoles download things, just fucking kill yourself.
Why is there so much shit I gotta download? Consoles, you just kind of put in the game and then you click play, so.
I'm not even going to talk more about just how blatantly wrong this is. I'm tired still. Wait, hang on. All right, let's go.
You got us on that one. Number 8, consoles have far less lag than PC. Like I said, with all the compatibility, consoles are just a set of components, and it's so much more smooth with your experience
at 30 frames per second
than on PC. Now, if you have a computer that is just not up to par with its specs, it's gonna lag.
If you think PC games lag more than console games, I honestly think you just have shitty internet.
It's sad, but it will. Console is so great at this. Oh, it's amazing. Console is so good at this. When it wants to stay at 60 frames a second,
which hardly ever happens, actually.
It will. It does an amazing job of this.
Okay, so what's the last AAA game you played at 60 frames per second that was locked at 60 and didn't have any drops? I'll wait.
Especially on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
Xbox One, 60 frames per second.
A steady 60 FPS is so important to gaming. It's gonna lose the experience if it drops down to 30 or, God forbid, below.
Which happens all the time on consoles. Also, again, I mentioned this earlier, but you're playing Destiny 2 right now, a game that runs at 30 frames per second on consoles. So why'd you bring it up?
PC sometimes can run at 90 frames per second when you're indoors in a game, but as soon as you step outdoors in the sunlight with all the shadows, it goes down to 15 frames a second.
If you have shit hardware, you said you had $3,000 put into your PC earlier in this video. If you spent $3,000 on your PC and you're only getting up to 90 frames per second, indoors, and then you drop down to 15, someone ripped you the fuck off.
Console doesn't do that very often.
Console doesn't get up to 90 frames ever.
Number 8 or 9. I'm not sure which one I'm on. Oh well.
Honestly, I wasn't paying attention either.
Consoles are so much far better on multiplayer games than PC. Split screen is just something that is meant to be for console. It just really is.
Then why does the PC have more split screen games now? The PC has more local multiplayer games. That's just a numbers thing. You just look at all the numbers. You can just go look up how many split screen games are on the Xbox One, how many split screen games are on the PS4, and then go to Steam and look at local multiplayer. Look at split screen. Then remember the fact that we have emulators for PS2 games and GameCube games and Genesis games and NES games and N64 games.
I feel like it should be for PC.
And it is on PC.
Because when you have a dual monitor setup, it should work as a dual monitor setup for each player, but no developer wants to think that way, but that's okay.
You know, I've never actually looked into that. I've never actually tried that. You know what, Dead Pixel, you inspired me to do something. I'm actually gonna try and see if I can figure that out. That seems like something that could be fun.
When you have a 50-inch TV, it's just nicer to split it down the middle and then you have 2 players on the same console. PC, some games don't even support it. Very, very sad.
Some games don't even support it on PC. Do you want me to tell you what games don't support split screen on console? Because it is a very extensive list.
It's like they think PC is meant for only just one player. And sometimes it's not the case. Sometimes you want to play with like 3 other people on one computer, and you can do that. Definitely. PC has the power for it, but I guess not.
It has the power, but I guess not.
Console just does a much better job at this. So perks to you. Now before I go off to number 10, I just want to say if you've liked the video so far, drop a like.
Yeah, all 35 of you.
And if you want to see more content like this, please click subscribe. I just hit 1,000 subscribers and I'm very proud of that. So enough promoting. Click subscribe.
Nah.
Let's get on with the video. Number 10. More people have consoles than PC.
Wait, didn't you already say that earlier in the video? And I went on a whole spiel about how Steam has more users than the Xbox One has sales, and how there's more PC gamers than the PS4 has sales. I thought I already went over this.
It's the popular option. When you go to a friend's house, he's gonna have a console.
Unless he doesn't.
He just is. Everybody has a console.
Unless they don't.
All right. It's just a fact.
Unless it's not.
Unless you're poor. Like Kenny. Off of South Park. Very rarely you'll go to a friend's house and be like, hey, let's play a game. And then he pulls out his computer.
That actually does happen. But, you know, I'm sorry your friends don't have PCs.
Most of the time you're like, hey, let's play some games. And he either pulls out the Wii that his mom got him from middle school.
Hey, quit bashing the fucking Wii, kiddo. That shit's great.
Or he'll pull out the PlayStation 4 Pro. Which is awesome, by the way.
For 30 frames per second gameplay, by the way.
So I'm not really sure how to wrap this up, but thank you guys for watching. And if you're a PC lover like me, please click on the video right above you titled 10 Reasons Why PC is Better Than Console.
You know, the thing is, before you said all the things that you said in this video, I actually was going to go click on that video of why the PC is better, because I'm starting to think that that video is insanely wrong as well. So maybe I'll respond to that one too. But this video was horrible. This was like shocking a little bit. Not really. There's a lot of dumb in the world. And a good percentage of that dumb was in this video.
If you want to see the counter argument, boom, right there. Once again, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and if you want to see more videos and never be not notified, please click that bell button by the subscribe.
Wait, 34,000. Did you use someone else's subscribe button to promote your channel?
Very important that you do that. Alright guys, my name is Dead Pixel, and I am officially offline. Have yourself a good night and Merry Christmas. It's not Christmas. See ya.
Well, this video sucked. I don't know if this guy is just being dumb for attention. I think it's possible, but you know what? I don't think I care because I got a video out of it. And maybe I informed some people who didn't know about some things. The PC is not expensive if you don't want it to be. The PC has more players than on console. The PC has more exclusives than on console. And a lot of the times the PC has the console exclusives. And listen, with all these PC over console videos I've been making, I'm not saying you can't play on console. I play on console sometimes. But I am saying, you know, maybe educate yourself a little more before you go spouting things like this. It's okay to have an opinion, bud. You don't have to bash other people's opinions just because you have one. That's fine. But when you make dumb videos like this, that's when you're gonna be getting people like me and people like Fratanga on your back. Because I was a little shocked that this video had as many views as it did, but then I looked in the comments and it seems Fratanga already got here. So maybe you were being dumb just for attention. But like I said, I don't think I care because I made a video. Later.